to the Spirit of Peoria. This is where we had the MOMCC conference this year, and it is great fun. They do these trips without the conference part a couple times a year, and I highly recommend it. It leaves from Peoria, and the other end is Starved Rock State Park, and we're going to have a great time today. Thanks for coming along. It's the funniest thing ever. And it was a really cool idea. This time, instead of having the conference at just some old hotel, we would be on the river, on a riverboat traveling through the 19th century. And people would come in costumes, and it really was such a wonderful idea. And I'm so glad it happened early March 2020.
I am Dylan Masonholder. I am the captain of the Spirit of Peoria Riverboat. One of the captains. The captain that happens to currently be driving the boat.
Well, what do you think?
This is pretty neat, but I wonder how he knows where to go in the water.
Years of experience is the best answer.
Is your name Mark Twain?
My name is not Mark Twain. It's I've worked here for a long time. I've been a captain now years at. Now I gotta think about this because I've been a captain. Like I got my license in 2012, so I've been a captain now for this will be my 8th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there places in the river that if you went over there you would get I don't want to stop for a
Yeah,
minute.
oh yeah, oh absolutely. So the channel's marked, and it's hard to see because it's foggy, of course. There's red and green buoys that mark the channel, and you stay between the buoys. And
do the barges also stay between
yeah,
the
they
buoys?
they draft 9 feet. They have to. We draft about 4 feet. We can sneak outside of the channel in some places. They can't. The channel is guaranteed 9 foot of depth. The Illinois River, on average, if you're outside of the channel, about like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's not deep. It's a very, very shallow, slow-flowing, lazy river. Which is really nice in a lot of ways. In other ways, it means that you really are restricted to the path you're given, and that's it.
Do you have to learn the river like Mark Twain talks about? Or?
Not in the same way. Years ago, that was a real thing at one point. There was a time when getting your captain's license required you to draw the second section of the river to create a map of the section of the river from memory that you were going to pilot.
Really?
That was a requirement at one time. That's not a thing anymore. That hasn't been for quite a while now, but that was a requirement at one point. And there's still a lot of time put in to get your captain's license. It's not like they just hand them out to everybody. It doesn't quite work like that.
Well, where do you go for that kind of an education?
Most of it's on-the-job training. It's treated more as a trade rather than a.
So like an apprentice.
Yeah, very similar to that. You do eventually have to go and take a test through the Coast Guard to show that you understand basically all the rules and regulations and everything that goes along with it. But that's generally after years of working for a vessel.
Instead of a little car, they have a little boat going along.
We do.
That's cute.
Hello, I'm Deborah Reed, curator of agriculture and the environment at the Henry Ford.
No,
Right, who am I? Who are you?
I don't know. No, I'm Ann Chaka. I am the program coordinator at Usher's Fairway Historic Village.
night was in Starved Rock State Park, where they have a hotel lodge there. It was originally built by the CCC. It's a beautiful facility on top of a hill, so it's got an incredible view and rooms that have sort of that Western Lodge theme. And it's still available, even though the Riverboat is no longer there. You can go and spend the night there at Starved Rock. That's the end of our trip on the Spirit of Peoria. It really was a great trip, and it was a great conference, and it was wonderful having everybody sort of isolated from all the modern stuff, wearing our traditional 19th century clothes. It was just so cool. And it happened as I said, in March 2020. Some of the people who attended went back and found they had to self-quarantine. Other people just missed those requirements slamming down. At my job at Kirkwood Community College, we stayed open for about a week after the conference and then shut down with the expectation that we would reopen again in 2 weeks. We did not open again in person until August. And there's a whole story after that. But it's probably similar to yours. Kirkwood's classes went online, the library services went all online, and it was an interesting time. So this was our last little bit of normalcy before everything happened. I will say that the one thing that did not survive the shutdown was the Spirit of Peoria itself. It reopened, and only, I don't remember exactly how long later, but it opened for a while, but they really just couldn't recover and get back to the position they had before. So they ended up selling the Spirit of Peoria off. There's no longer a riverboat on the Illinois River. It was moved down south. And I'm sorry about that, because it really was a great experience, and having the entire day and then the entire day back really was much more immersive than just a dinner boat. Now, if you are a Laura fan, you will see Laura events on that kind of dinner boat where they load you up, go off, eat, and you come back. And have some of the cast members on the boat. Loose Gravel has done that several times, and I think they will continue to do that. And this is, for those people, what it's like to be on a riverboat. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode, that you enjoyed seeing what life on a riverboat was like. And I hope that we see you again soon. Remember to brighten the corner where you are, and join us again for Trundlebed Tales.